Ready? Okay, so hey, today you guys are going to be helping me to get rid of this big pile of junk back here. I just want to get these out of the boxes and get the boxes ready to be thrown away or recycled. So for this one, I'm going to be handing out kind of scissors or something like that, so that's what we'll use. These are the two boxes you might get, and I'll show you what to do with each one of these over here. You okay? All right. My cameraman is breaking his ankles over here. Okay, so first of all, cutting safety. When you do these, we always cut away. This is a bad cut because if it slips, I cut myself. This is a bad cut because if it slips, I cut myself. Whenever you're cutting or opening boxes, here's the #1 rule you have to use. What you do is you pretend that you're an idiot. I know that sounds funny, but you pretend you're the worst idiot mess up person on the planet. And then, like, let's say that you were the worst person who had no skills. If you cut this way, then guess what? If you slip like you're going to do because you're bad at it, it goes off and it goes into the air. No one gets hurt. This, not good. It hits me. Okay, so first of all, what we're gonna do is just gonna turn this, cut the tape. Don't go too deep, don't press too deep, you don't need to. Just this little bit of tape. And then you're gonna have to open the ends. And then here's this thing. Now this type of box just has one thing in it. And I'm gonna cut that off and then you can just leave it closed. We'll open that later. This, you go in the trash, of course. Now the box, these boxes seem like, oh, we just leave them. No, no, no. We have to actually flatten them because we have so many, it would just pile up. So we're gonna do that. Again, if I slip, I hit the table. Who cares? Not a big deal. Break that down. And we flatten the box, and then I'll have a pile for you to throw them in, even though there's not a pile there yet. What if you get one of these types of boxes? Same thing, we cut away, that way. And again, goes out, no big deal if I miss. Okay, and here there's 3 different boxes. And basically when you get to class, I'll tell you where to stack these. But once you get these out, you just leave these alone. This is what we want. This is what we want. And so we'll have a stack for those. I'll show you where to pile them. And then of course, we have to flatten the boxes. Put it on the pile. And then eventually I'll have somebody take those out to the recycle bin. Hey man, thanks for listening. Remember, speed is not important at all today. I mean, well, don't take forever. What's important is safety. I don't want anybody to nick themselves. And these scissors aren't that dangerous. It's not like a box knife, but you could cut yourself. So think carefully. And I want you to think about this before you go. And you're like, why does he worry about it? I got skills. Think about this. Everybody has had this happen to them pretty much. Like you're walking down your hallway and you trip. And you go, what did they leave in the hallway? And you turn around and there's nothing there. Yeah, you've walked down that hallway thousands of times in your life. And yet on your worst day, your worst moment, it's possible that you could basically trip on nothing just because you messed up. My point is, if you can mess up on that, you could definitely mess up with these. And I don't want you to cut yourself. So always remember, if we pretend that we're the worst, unskilled idiots on the planet, then we can devise a safety plan that works for everybody. And if it works for an unskilled fool, it'll work really good for somebody it's gonna be very safe for somebody who's even, So basically that's the idea behind safety. That's the whole philosophy of safety. We don't rely on your skill or how good you are. We pretend that everybody sucks at everything. And then we devise plans like how could we do it safely even if everybody sucked? Even if everybody was terrible at what they were doing. So that's kind of the way safety goes. Thanks guys.